Deep breaths, everyone. Hello, Munch here. Welcome to the FM19 Southampton Save Season 2 finale. It's tense. We are in 6th position, which means European football is achievable. And I think we've actually guaranteed now Europa League football. But it is now all about Champions League qualification. As you can tell, every team has played 36 games in the league. European football is guaranteed. We are 13 was ever Newcastle, only 2 games remaining, so we will be in the Europa League next year regardless of what happens. But we have an outside chance of still getting Champions League football as we contend with Man City, Liverpool and Chelsea for that remaining top. Well, actually it's 3rd and 4th spots. I think City are pretty much safe. They are 4 points ahead of us, but Liverpool, Chelsea and ourselves is completely up for grabs. Chelsea and us are level on points. They have a plus 5 goal difference over us, so they've got plus 29, we've got plus 24. Liverpool are plus 22, but are 2 points ahead. We start the episode travelling to London Stadium to take on West Ham in the second to last game of the season. They are 15th, not doing particularly well, but I think they're actually safe. Yeah, all the relegation places have been decided, so they have nothing to play for, so this is a game that we really should be looking at winning. We've actually not beaten them in the save yet, so we need to turn that today. Things need to change. Before I forget, how do you get here, we asked. In the last episode, you saw us crash out of the FA Cup in the quarterfinal stage to Bristol City. I don't want to talk about it. Then we lost to Watford at home. Don't want to talk about it. We actually followed up with a 3-1 defeat away at Arsenal, which was kind of expected, but still not brilliant. And then we got 4 wins on the bounce. 2-0 wins away at Selhurst Park against Palace. Home to Burnley. Beat Huddersfield 2-1 away, which is actually very good because they were in 9th at the time. And then we smashed Sheffield United 4-1 in the previous game. Kasper Dolberg getting himself a hat-trick. And he is top scorer in the league right now and pretty much certain of getting the Golden Boot. But not up for Player of the Year, which is a bit annoying. So in terms of the lineup, we are going to go with what has kind of been working in this little run that we're on. Guns in goal, Tierney, Kanate, Smalling and Cedric at the back 4. Then you've got Romeo and Højbjerg, who seems to develop quite a nice little partnership together in the centre of the park. Then you've got Heung-min Son, Barkley and David Neres in behind Kasper Dolberg. Hakim Ziyech is on the bench so far, but I probably will end up bringing him on if Ross doesn't play very well. He's not been brilliant in the last few games. I'm going to say, get out there, get some revenge for what happened last time, because last time was abysmal, obviously. We must have lost against them. As long as Javier Hernandez doesn't score, I'll be happy, because I really don't like him. And I don't particularly rate him either, so he was useless for us in the West Ham save. Hernandez back to Marky Noble, Felipe Anderson, Arnautovic, great tackle by Chris Smalling, not a great ball forward, Balbuena is loose, Kasper is in, come on mate, Dolberg, bang, it's 1-0, it's a magical counter-attack, it's his 26th goal of the season. Him and Neres get on very well. There's a lot of assisting going on in the last few games between those two. That is a good start. Lovely by Neres. Great take by Kasper. And was there really ever any doubt? That finish is emphatic. Oh, there's a corner here. Felipe Anderson's over it for West Ham. Whips it in. Reece Oxford heads just over the bar. He is a player I'm very tempted to get next year. I think if there's one place that we do need to really strengthen, it is at the back. It's kind of been exposed how poor we are on occasions. Vidmer flicks on. Chris Smalling heads it away. Balbuena, it's everywhere. Great finish by Marco Arnautovic. He literally steps onto it, drills it into the far corner. Angus has got no chance. Bollocks. A good corner in by Felipe Anderson. His delivery has always been good. Vidmer, it's not a great header from Smalling. That's definitely not very good from Kanate, but there's bugger all you can do about that from Arnautovic. He is absolutely leathered that. Corner to us before half time. Neres, it's fallen to Dolberg. Neres, oh, Heung-min Son. Brilliant play by Reece Oxford to throw himself in front of it. Son whips it in. Barkley, Super Ross! Yes, 2-1. Super Ross with a magical header from a Heung-min Son cross. I said he was getting used to the way that we played. That is so much more like it. Lovely stuff. Come on. He just got to the byline. It's not good from Kieran Gibbs. He just lets him turn him. Barkley, it's a brilliant flick on, but Fabianski, you should really be doing nothing better at your near post, mate, if I'm honest. Yeah, I can't say. Well, maybe we do deserve it, actually, I have to say. It does look like we have been the better team statistically. In terms of highlights, there's only been 3, but all of them have resulted in goals. I might take Neres off as well. I cannot afford for us to go down to 10 men. So Hakim Ziyech comes on for David Neres, and Hoot is on for Chris Smalling. Yarmolenko over a free kick. 2 goals we've conceded, and both of them are in for flipping set pieces. Oh, that's unsavable. Like, it doesn't matter. You could put 2 Angus guns in there and they still wouldn't save it. Angus gun throws it out to Cedric now. Are we going to get on the overlap here? If Ziyech makes the run, he doesn't. He just stays where he is. Great ball down the line from Cedric to Barkley. Square it. Oh, Ross, why didn't you square that? Casper was in the middle. Oh no, not another set piece. Mark Noble whips it in. Reset. Fuck! Ah, there are no words. There are no words to describe. 3 goals they've scored from 3 set pieces. Stoke Ham, sorry. Angus Gunn, what the are you doing? There's no way I'm going to be able to edit out that F word. There's just no way. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Oh my god, you bottle jobs. Oh, I'm angry. I'm angry. Briel's coming on. I'm going to sit Hoiberg back there. I don't know what I'm doing now. I just need something. Fernandez to Mark Noble, who's suddenly become Lionel Messi. Finds Vidma. Yarmolenko. Oh, well done, Angus. Ooh, you. Oh, I need to see this. And then I need to cry a little bit. Brilliant. Vidma. Great about. How is that Angus Gunn's own goal? And who's this turd? Who's this? Who? Obviously, there's no way that Wesley Hoot is going to be here at the start of next season. Oh my god, Wesley, shoot. Wesley, shoot me. Dickhead. Honestly. Are we going to get another chance to get in the top 4 like this for a few years? Because Spurs haven't even been involved in it this year. And we're just not good enough at the back. If we can't keep West Ham out from set piece, 4-2 to West Ham. We were 2-1 up at half time. You melts. Absolute melts. Especially to the defence. Melts. I cannot believe this. It's not over in terms of Champions League football, but that is a massive, massive, massive kick in the ghoulies. Stoke for the final game, but we need to find out how Chelsea get on. I think it's all over. Unless Chelsea lose pretty heavily, I think this is pretty much all over. Well, I suppose the good news is that Chelsea lost to Stoke, but then we're playing Stoke next, so if anything, it's G'd them up. So Chelsea are home to Leicester. They're not going to lose that. The goal difference is so much better than ours. We needed to win that game, or at least not lose it. So here we are, viewers. Final day. I'm sorry about the tone of my voice. You can tell how upset I am by the West Ham result. It's literally just sucked it out of me now, the excitement. Liverpool are home to Burnley, so they'll probably win that, and that puts a nail in the end of it, really. Chelsea apparently aren't playing today, but ultimately it doesn't matter if Liverpool win. That's it, isn't it? There you go, Liverpool have won. So 4th place is no longer ours. We have managed to get Europa League football, so let's play the game against Stoke for what it's worth. In terms of lineup, we're going to go with Angus Gunn in goal, Tierney, Kanate, Smalling, Cedric as the back 4. Zanetti and Hoiberg are in the middle today, so Oriol Romeu's going to drop to the bench. Neres, Barkley and Ziyech are in behind Kasper Dolberg, because Human Son's got a 4 to 5 week groin strain, so I might send him back from loan, save us some money. It's so hard right now to feel excited about this game. I think the thing is, actually, we have to look at it relatively, is that actually it's been a very good season for us when you look at it in some respects, because we weren't really anticipated to finish in the top 6. You know, we've capitalised on the fact that Spurs haven't had a good year. We've done Ziyech, that's nearly amazing, mate. Yeah, we capitalised on the fact that Spurs have had a really poor year, but that's the worrying thing, is that Spurs had a poor year. What happens when they don't have a poor year next year? Then we're going to be out the top 6 again. Mind you, maybe with the money from the Europa League, might be able to afford some better players. I have no idea what the budget's going to be like. We're in a lot of debt so far with the club, but that's just the way that the owners like to run the club. We've always been in debt since the day I got here. As Kasper Dolberg gets his 27th of the season, safe to say he has definitely been probably the best signing that we've made so far. Lovely ball in there from Kieran Tierney. Kasper, lovely looping header. Look at that. Oh, I say, suits you. Zanetti, well marshalled, mate, into Kieran Tierney. He's bombing down that left-hand side. Dolberg nearly gets his second. It's a good save from the goalie. We're all over them. But don't worry, we'll probably concede 3 in the second half. I think the most important thing to know is that United did not have an undefeated season. They did lose 1 game. It's pathetic. I think if you're looking at it from a strictly objective point of view, I don't think that either of them are good enough to be a top 4 defensive partnership. But it's so hard to find really, really good centre-backs at the kind of like in the price market that we're in. Do you know what I mean? I have no idea what we're going to do in terms of who we're going to sign. I don't really have any names at the top of my list, as Helder Costa makes it 1-1. That's what I mean about the defence. It's just all over the place. Nice by Woods here, but then you look at it there, I mean, it's just, I don't know what Kanate is doing or what he's looking at, but it's certainly not Helder Costa. That's a great finish. So poor. Schmelzer. I have no idea where this highlight is going. Kanate beats Sturridge to the ball. Lanetti. Good ball over the top by James Ward-Prowse. Barkley. Dolberg. No idea why I'm humming the Star Trek theme tune there. Yerny. Good ball down the line. David Neres is in. Whip that front post, mate. Neres. Dolberg. Ziyech. Bang. 2-1. Very good. Going forward, no issues, I don't think. We're pretty sorted. I think maybe in the transfer window we need an out-and-out defensive midfielder. I like Oriol Romeu, and he does a job, but he's not going to take us to that next level. So I think we need to sort that out. Maybe I need to sort out a proper another right winger when Ziyech isn't really on form or when he gets quite tired, because I think that we're sort of struggling there. Mbolo can do a job out there, but he's kind of like back up to Kasper Dolberg, and eventually I'm hoping I can get the two of them playing up top together. But I think defence just needs a bit of an overhaul. Apart from Kieran Tierney and maybe Kanate, I think the rest of them may have to go. I'm not sure. Not go, but I need to bring in some serious competition. I think what we're going to do, we're going to take Ross Barkley off and we're going to bring on big old Brill Donald Mbolo. He's going to go out on the right hand side to finish the season. Hopefully get him a couple more goals or something would be quite nice. Said Prick on the ball. Throws it to Ziyech. It's not a great throw and it didn't give him a lot of chance. Schmelzer hits it long. Kanate, well marshalled, mate. Nice ball down the line actually from Kanate there. Kieran Tierney whips it in. Brill. Oh, of course. Brill plays. Brill scores. Great ball out there by Kanate. Tierney. Lovely ball to the back. Bang. Lovely. In off the post. Anything in the air. Brill wins. He's basically like the Swiss Andy Carroll. I love it. It's all over. A 3-1 win to end the season. On reflection, what has been a pretty good season, let's not lie. We weren't expected to finish in the top 6. We have done. We have secured European football for next year. And it's natural progress. You know, we can get the European competition. One thing that is sure was that we're going to need to keep increasing the squad depth again. There's got to be less selling this year and more purchases. And maybe not loads of bodies, but just a little bit better quality. And I think that will help us get to that next level. Okay, so the board have set the initial budget next year, 56.39 million, so not too dissimilar from what we had last year. I have got some ideas in mind of what I'm going to look for, and I think number one's got to be in the defence. The defence is quite porous, there's no getting around it. Are we going to finish 5th or are we going to finish 6th? Let's see. 6th. We will finish 6th. Chelsea beat us just on goal difference. That's always nice from the owner there. He just said, the board are pleased that the team qualified for the Euro Cup through their participation in the Premier League this year. However, at one point we looked like qualifying for the Champions Cup, so that does take some of the shine off the achievement overall. Thanks, mate. We'll wait until we just see some of the awards and stuff, then we'll have a little quick mini breakdown of the season as a whole and see where we get to. Funnily enough, here they are. So Kasper Dolberg does, of course, win Player of the Year, which you would expect. Brill Donald Mbolo is signing of the season at 15.96 million. That's very interesting. I thought that maybe Neres or Ziyech would be there. Obviously, they've not been that impressed by the two of them, so that's a bit disappointing. Let's watch goal of the season from Hakim Ziyech. I think this is when we beat Chelsea 1-0, actually. This was a good goal. Yep, free kick, Ziyech. Off. That's it. It was 2-0. That's it. Very nice goal from Hakim there. We like that. Squad dynamics, dressing room atmosphere is good. Managerial support is good. End of team season meeting. Let's discuss plans for next season. I think we're gonna, let's say we're gonna qualify for the Europa League. Guys like that. I like that. Our end of season confidence review. Very pleased. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you, lads. Hoot and a Brighton shirt. Yep, anything as long as he's not in a Southampton one is fine by me. So there we go. Kasper Dolberg does indeed win top goal scorer, beating Roberto Firmino with 19 goals and 5 assists for him, 18 goals and 6 from Morata, 25 goals and 7 assists for Kasper Dolberg. It's been a pretty big breakthrough year, and I'm going to praise him for that. Well done, mate. And in terms of the team of the season, there's a lot of United players, as you'd expect, but there are some Southampton players. Angus Gunn is actually named in the goalie team of the year. That's very rare. Kieran Tierney is the best left back, and Kasper Dolberg up front with Aubameyang. Who else was in there then? Yeah, that's very good. Okay, so you got Lingard, Milinkovic, Savic, Pogba, Montez, Darmian. It's going to be really difficult to try and beat United this year, it's fair to say. So what we can do is I'm actually going into the under-23s and the under-18s. We can look at any really high potential players that we got in. The majority of them are the ones that we kind of actually bought in ourselves. So we've got a few players that could be very good. Robert, obviously, as the right winger. I completely forgot we had him, so maybe we don't need to sign another player to kind of give Ziyech some competition on that side. That's a pretty good effort from him. And Jan Valery as well as maybe another right back. So maybe I don't need to sign another one to take on Cedric as well. We have got some players there. There we go. Now, this is what I'm talking about. We have got a couple of players that are very, very highly, have a very high ceiling. The number one of which is Chris Bennett, who's a no-nonsense centre-back. Got him in earlier on this year in the youth intake. Thanks, Jono, for letting me know about it, mate. I've done this bit here for us all so we can see what's happened. I don't know if we're ever going to get to see them in this save, but it might be something I could do a 10 years later one so we can see if they become legends of the club. But Chris Bennett looks particularly good. Very decent physical stats for a guy that's only 17 years old, 6'5" as well, so massive. And then on the left, we've got a guy called Alexandra Jankovic, Swiss left winger. I said left winger, he's inverted, so he could be a right winger. Current star, 2-star ability, but a 4-star ability, very high window. Those physicals will get better, the technicals I think are better. The mentals need a little bit of work, but they're always going to when they're at that age. But he looks very raw, but very promising. In terms of the Premier League, United won it, obviously. 89 points from 38 games, very impressive. Only lost one game all the way through. Arsenal, City and Liverpool joined them in the Champions League places. We will be with Chelsea and I think Newcastle in the Europa League spots. And then getting relegated to Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, sadly, and Sheffield United. So, unfortunately, Newcastle and West Ham are still around and we still probably will never beat them. But that will do it then, viewers. Thank you so much for watching the episode. Thank you so much for watching this season of the series. We will come back, obviously, for season 3. I'm going to go off and have a massive look at how we're going to improve this team over the summer. It's a big summer because now that we're into continental football, we need to add more bodies to the team. £56 million is quite a lot of money, but at the same time, for the kind of standard player we're going, that might only be able to buy us like maybe 1 or 2 players. I'm going to have to generate some funds from other people. We shall see. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share and subscribe. And until I see you again for the start of Season 3 and Continental Football, stay cool.